Hello, my name is Paul Myrant, and I wrote this Christmas story a long time ago. I recently did it for South Fellowship, and we're going to do it again here and put it out for y'all. I was a pastor for many years, and of course, I've celebrated Christmas all of my life. And one Sunday morning before preaching, I was just kind of a little disappointed with what I had to say, maybe complaining, maybe praying, saying, God, I want something else. And he said, write. And so I started writing, and this is the result. I hope that you enjoy it. I hope it encourages you. A Christmas story you've never heard before. I want to tell you a Christmas story, a short yet long kind of story, a story from long ago. Now, it's not the story you're thinking of that happened so long ago. No, this story took place a long, long, long time ago. We walked on the moon and watched from afar. We flew here and there and drove in a car. We spoke through a wire and floated in space. But this story happened in a much different place. Remember the times in the ages of man? The kings and priests all ruling their clans. Kingdoms do come and kingdoms do go. Evil and good always in a row. Adolf and Stalin, who wanted it all. The Crusades, Dark Ages, and the Romans' great fall. One stood alone, a real game changer, the birth of a babe in a hidden cold manger. Before Daniel slept with the lions at night, and Nebuchadnezzar ate grass, quite a sight. Before David was king and Samuel conceived, and the one called Abram chose to believe. Before men built a tower and Noah a great zoo. Before Cain took from Abel the life he was due. Before Eve gave to Adam the fruit of the tree, this story began in the heart of these three. Before they created the first man and Eve, the great dinosaurs and fish in the sea, before there was life growing up without weeds, the trees and bushes and plants with their seeds, before the foundation of the earth had been laid, before the sun and moon and the stars had been made, before light appeared and the darkness erased, and the backdrop of space stretched into place. Before the covering cherub on the mountain did sing, and believe in his heart he was more than the king. Before the heavenly hosts sang their songs without strife, before all these things there was light, joy, and life. Immeasurable wisdom, abiding deep love, perfect contentment and peace up above. Here lived a being so great and glorious, his power and might and story before us. Majestic beauty that had never been seen, love and great wisdom, a glorious scene. This one knew nothing of being alone, no emptiness haunted this blissful throne. Two others stood with him alike in their ways, one in their nature sharing their days. They lived here together, clothed in pure light, perfect in splendor. Oh, what a sight! Adorned with wisdom and clothed with great power, yet one thing they lacked in this great tower. There was no one to praise them, no one to know, no one forgiveness and love to show. Who could know the strength and the might of the one who made the stars for the night, who made the sun to light the day, and mortal men just out of clay? In lighted chambers filled with glory, they decided to bring us into their story. So together they chose to let us know of the might and love that they could show. To be loved and praised and truly known, they would need for us to be shown, not from compulsion, fear, or dread, the beauty of the three instead. So they gave to us the right to choose, but this brought sin and life to lose. Pain and grief filled our days with despair. Many cried out, "This is not fair." Yet we all chose to turn away. Just doing my thing is what we say. In spite of all the things we had done, they still chose to send the Son. He set aside his robes of light, his perfect peace, his place and rights. He chose instead a manger stall to be birthed and save us from the fall. You would think that those he came to see would welcome him with glee. Instead, we laid for all to see his broken body upon a tree. his hands and feet nailed to his tree. He took it all without a plea. We left him there to bleed and die, hanging alone in his majestic sky. He looked around and he could see faces of those he had brought to be. He gave his life, paid for our crimes, all done in the fullness of his time. Death could not contain the Son. He rose again, the victory won. Seated now in heaven above, he always prays for those he loves. He is coming back not too long now. Every knee will bend and bow as we look upon the chosen one, this baby boy, the majestic Son.